trailing under it at the 49 are the Wildcats, and here they come on the return. Down to the 45 and breaking away down to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Williams breaks 2 tackles. There she goes. One woman to beat. Dives for the end zone, and she's in for her second score of the night. Handoff right up the middle. Kiera Vincent bounces off of a defender, and there she goes. Vincent, eyes on the prize, all the way home for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. It's a good day to be a Wildcat, deep in the heart of Arkansas, live from Hot Springs World Class High School in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZero Sports, the next generation of Arkansas sports. Good evening, I'm Mark Oliver. Tonight, your reigning national champion and undefeated Arkansas Wildcats in round 3 of the Women's Football Alliance Division III playoffs as one of 4 teams remaining in the hunt for the national championship. Tonight, they'll do battle with the Rocky Mountain Thundercats from Colorado Springs, Colorado in the American Conference Championship game with a trip to the national title game in Atlanta, Georgia on the line. Tonight, the Wildcats, who average 48.4 points per game and allow just 5.4 points per game, look for their 11th straight win this season as they continue their hunt for the team's second consecutive national championship. The Wildcats return confident after a dominating 74-0 performance over the Austin Outlaws 2 weeks ago and have outscored playoff opponents 124-0 this postseason. It's been a postseason to remember so far for the Wildcats. Running back Kiera Vincent leads all Division III teams in the playoffs with 657 yards and 12 rushing touchdowns, and no one else is even close to touching her. Defensively, a trio of Wildcat superstars, Gwen Edwards, Latrice Walton, and Lisa Blaylock, have been the driving force behind the Wildcats' impressive 2 shutouts so far. In its second year in the WFA, the Rocky Mountain Thundercats advanced to the national semifinals after a nail-biting 13-12 victory over in-state rival Colorado Freeze 2 weeks ago. 6-4 this season and winners of 3 straight, the Thundercats, behind coaches DeMario Pruitt and Nathan Kimbrough, are looking to play spoiler and earn their first trip to the national championship game. We'd like to say a special hello to all of our viewers across the country this evening, tuning in live on XZeroSports.com as well as the YouTube live stream. Tonight's broadcast is presented in part by Arkansas Logo Logic, the official apparel provider of XZero Sports. Call Rob or Jason today to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your business at 501-767-2197. Tonight's Wildcast broadcast also presented in part by Dr. Corey Brown of Merit Health in Brandon, Mississippi, Dr. Julia McMurray of Little Rock, Arkansas, K. Robinson Media Incorporated, Charles Ricks Photography, Highly Empowered Credit Restoration, and Mr. William Lewis of Atlanta, Georgia, and Mr. Reggie Swinton of Little Rock, Arkansas. We welcome all of you to the broadcast here at Hot Springs World Class High School in Hot Springs. And tonight, a very special guest is in attendance. The mayor of Hot Springs himself, Mr. Pat McCabe, will be introducing the coin toss for tonight's game. You see him there on the bottom of your screen wearing yellow. And this team, the Wildcats, very thankful for the patronage, the hospitality of the city of Hot Springs and Hot Springs World Class High School this season. You'll hear it in some of our coaches' interviews tonight on the broadcast, but this is a team that, despite winning a national championship last year in the WFA, was a team that was still not taken seriously in many avenues here in its home state. And the city of Hot Springs and Hot Springs World Class High School stepped up in a big way, giving these women a place to play football, and especially here in these WFA playoffs where every game is win or go home. And this is a team looking to defend its national championship as we get set for the coin toss here at midfield, arm in arm. Both of these women from both sides of the country here in action tonight as we deliver the coin toss with Mayor Pat McCabe of Hot Springs. I'd like to say thank you for everybody tuning into tonight's broadcast. If you're watching on the live stream, feel free to put a comment in the chat window. Let us know where you're watching from tonight, and we'd be more than happy to give you a shout out on tonight's broadcast. Just 4 teams remain. The winner of this game tonight will head to the WFA Division III Championship in Georgia 2 weeks from today, July 28th. Down on the field, the officials talking things over with both the Wildcats and the Thundercats. The Thundercats, the road team, traveling more than 20 hours to be here in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas, winning their first 2 WFA playoff games in history and looking for their third against the Goliath of Division III in the Arkansas Wildcats. A lot of confidence and smiles for each of these teams. There's the coin toss, and Mayor Pat McCabe throws it far. And we'll see who starts off tonight's contest. So the winner of tonight's coin toss will be the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. They will receive to start tonight's football game, and they'll look to do something that no other team has done in the playoffs this season against the Arkansas Wildcats, and that's simply score points. 124-0, the Wildcats over their past 2 games against the Acadiana Zydeco and the Austin Outlaws. And we're ready for football here from Hot Springs World-Class High School. As the teams get set up, we'll take a 30-second break. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World-Class High School in beautiful Hot Springs, a lovely rendition of the national anthem. We're ready for football here between the Arkansas Wildcats and the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. Good evening, and thank you for tuning into tonight's broadcast on XZeroSports.com as well as YouTube. We've got many tuned in already across the country, and if you're just joining us, you haven't missed a thing. If you know, or if you would like a shout out on the air this evening, feel free to put a comment in that chat window. We'll be monitoring it throughout the game. Let us know where you're watching from, and we'd be happy to give you a shout out on tonight's broadcast. The coin toss delivered by Mayor Pat McCabe of Hot Springs. The Rocky Mountain Thundercats won it, and they will receive to start tonight's contest. High stakes ball game here. The big story for the Arkansas Wildcats is the running game. Kiera Vinson, 12 rushing touchdowns just in the playoffs alone, well more than 30 on the season, and that is significantly larger than anybody else in WFA Division III. She's something special, and she's got a core group of players around her that not only set her up to be successful, they're all very talented in their own regard as well. Quarterback Latoya Bankhead Sims for the Wildcats, a true leader for this team, and many women on defense who just form a cohesive unit. And they've been a big part of 6 shutout games, including 2 in the playoffs, not allowing a single point while scoring 124. We're ready for football down on the field. Also want to give a special thank you to our camerawoman this evening, Miss Tony Mallory, helping us in the booth. She'll be delivering the video footage for you all evening long as the Arkansas Wildcats get set to kick to start tonight's contest. For the Rocky Mountain Thundercats, it's their second season in the WFA. Last year, they made the playoffs for the first time in team history, but fell in the first round. And this year, with wins over Utah and in-state rival Colorado, 2 big wins for its first playoff victories. That 1-point nail-biter 2 weeks ago. And according to Coach Nathan Kimbrough, it was a big deal for this squad that dons the blue and black on the field here tonight. A big heated rivalry, defeating Colorado Freeze, and now they have the chance. Well, they're in the same shoes as the Arkansas Wildcats were a year ago. Coming in, they were the underdogs in the contest. They stunned the world, and they did it again in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to capture that Division III championship crown. Here comes the kickoff from Lindsay Edwards. We're underway here from Hot Springs. Picked up at the 28-yard line. Here come the Thundercats, moving right to left on your screen. Out to the 43-yard line. That is where the Thundercats will open up shop here tonight at Hot Springs World Class High School. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rocky Mountain, starting things off at the 43. And they'll try to start this thing off early and get on the board. If they can get on the board, that'll take some of the pressure off. And they've seen the game film, and they'll know what it takes in order to be the thorn in the side of the Wildcats here this evening. Alicia Brokaw, the quarterback, stands in the shotgun for the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. As they work on first down here. Brokaw wears number 23. She'll take the snap. Handoff, running back right up the middle. Room to run out towards midfield. Breaks one tackle, goes down. A gain of 9 on the play, on the first offensive play of the game. And I believe that is number 21, Karen Cherie Scott. Brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Thundercats. Here early in the first quarter, 14:28 and counting to play. Brokaw stands in the shotgun on 2nd down and short. 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield. Sends a woman in motion. Handoff there. Little jet sweep play. Turns up. Picks up the first down. A flag will fly. And still on her feet is the running back being pushed out of bounds by Ursula Johns. This one appears that it'll be coming back, as it appears it would be a holding play against the offense in the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. So the quick 9-yard run negated. That's going to bring up 2nd down and a bit longer. Should be 2nd and 11. They'll back them up from the spot of the foul. Brings the football back to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 13. Brokaw and the Wildcats talking things over in the huddle. Working to get things started here from Hot Springs. It was a scorcher here in central Arkansas. I know a lot of viewers are tuning in from out of the state. Triple-digit temperatures here in the Spa City, as they like to call it. And here at the stadium, it's even hotter down on that field. It's actually lower than entrance level. Run right up the middle. He met the line. Nothing going there. Pickup of 1, bringing up 3rd down. On the carry, number 32, that's Sharita Smash Watson. Smash gets out to the 41, and now it's a long 3rd and 12. Coming up during the halftime segment of tonight's broadcast, we'll talk to not one but 2 featured Arkansas Wildcats players. Kedra Brewer and Ursula Johns both have fantastic interviews. You don't want to miss them. Also talk to defensive coordinator Chris Dyer as we see what the defense does here on 3rd and 12. Brokaw in the gun, takes the snap, drops back, fires, gets it off in time, and no one's going to stop her. That one's going to be all the way to the house for the score. And the Rocky Mountain Thundercats are first on the board tonight. A big touchdown there. 58 yards. So the Rocky Mountain Thundercats have done what no other team in the playoffs has been able to do against the Wildcats, and that's get on the board. They have the lead early, 6-0. 12:34 to play in the opening act. And the Thundercats will line up for the PAT. Set to kick, number 17, Maggie Campbell. She'll look to make it a 7-point ball game. Great way to start tonight's contest for the Thundercats. PAT, kick is up, kick is good. 7-0 here in the first quarter, 12:34 to play. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic, put your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. The Rocky Mountain Thundercats get things started on the board. A deep touchdown pass of 58 yards gets the Thundercats on the board, and here's the kickoff over to the Wildcats. Ursula Johns falls on top of it at the 39-yard line, securing the rock with good field position for the Wildcats to open up shop this evening. 12:33 to play in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 10. For Latoya Bankhead Sims and her Arkansas Wildcats. They'll take the field for the first time offensively this evening, and something they haven't seen once this postseason. They're trailing. Wildcats get set in formation. They'll send Tiara Clark wide on the left-hand side. Alana Alexander wide to the right. 2 in the backfield for quarterback Latoya Bankhead Sims, who stands in the shotgun. Be Kira Vincent and Raquel Williams. Here's the snap on 1st down. Handoff. Williams breaks the tackle, has running room, and Raquel Williams out to midfield. She's dragged down at the 49 of the Thundercats, and that is a great way to start the game. A 12-yard carry for Raquel Williams to get the ball moving inside Thundercat territory. Thundercats keyed in on Kiera Vincent on the run. That allowed Williams to get the window. And something that we've seen out of these Wildcats runners all season long, they're a bit slippery when it comes to breaking tackles. And now a new set of downs for Latoya Bankhead Sims. She stands in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the Rocky Mountain 49. Here's the snap. Now handoff Kiera Vincent. Let's see what number 2 can do. She gets the left-hand edge, looking for a tackle. Has room to run, still on her feet. Down the field is Kiera Vincent. Cuts up the middle. Tackled down around the 20. A big run there. 29 yards for Miss Kiera Vincent on her first carry of the game. 2 carries for the Wildcats, 41 yards. And now they're in the red zone of the Thundercats, looking to answer back in a big way. And talking to Coach Chris Dyer and Coach Ernest Dukes III for the Wildcats before the start of tonight's game, their focus was on execution, not necessarily on what the Thundercats are going to bring. They say that if we just work on our game plan, do what we're supposed to do, we're going to be successful. And that seems to be the initiative so far tonight for the women in black and red from Arkansas. Bankhead Sims in the gun on 1st and 10 from the 20. The snap, handoff, Williams. Raquel Williams right up the middle. She is stopped. She'll get a gain of 1 out to the 19 for 2nd down. Coach Ernest Dukes III looking for a tandem utilization of his running backs this evening. Couple carries for Williams, 1 for Vincent, as they stick with the bread and butter of the offense here. Some shout-outs your way. Want to say a special hello to Rebecca Mary McQuaid, supporting the Thundercats from Arizona this evening. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's broadcast and celebrating the Women's Football Alliance. Here on 2nd down, nowhere to go. Looks like a 1-yard pickup there for the Wildcats on that carry. Latoya Bankhead Sims keeps it herself on the quarterback keeper. That'll bring up 3rd down for the first time tonight for the Arkansas Wildcats. 3rd and 8 from the 18. Big 3rd down here sends Tiara Clark wide to the left, Alana Alexander wide to the right. 2 in the backfield, same formation. Raquel Williams, Kiera Vinson. Latoya Bankhead Sims works out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's the snap. Drops back to pass. Bankhead Sims throws, and it's picked off at the 11-yard line. The Thundercats coming up with a big interception deep inside the red zone. Oh, man, wipe the sweat off your brow if you're listening or if you're watching from Colorado this evening. Your Thundercats just came up with a big play there. Bankhead Sims trying to throw the defense for a loop there on 3rd down with the incompletion. The interception, rather. And the Thundercats are in the driver's seat early. 9:59 to play here in the opening after tonight's ball game. Want to say a special hello to Bob and Mary Brokaw, parents of Rocky Mountain quarterback Alicia Brokaw. They're watching from Southern Ohio this evening, and they're watching their daughter, Alicia Brokaw. She stands in the shotgun here on 1st and 10. Football at the 14. Shotgun formation 2 wide. Here's the snap. Brokaw, handoff right up the middle. Running room there. Tackle made. On the stop for the Arkansas Wildcats, number 13, Samantha Witt. The runner, I believe, is number 21, Karen Cherie Scott. That brings up 2nd down and 4. Football at the 20. The Thundercats looking to extend its lead here early. 9:26 and counting here in the first quarter from Hot Springs World-Class High School. Located in Garland County, Arkansas, about an hour and 15 minutes southwest of Little Rock. Brokaw moves the Thundercats to the line. At the 20, it's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Brokaw pitches it out right-hand side, looking for some room to run, or the Thundercats. Hot pursuit coming in. Tiara Clark and a very speedy Kiera Vinson making a huge tackle there. Gain of 2 on the play. Football spotted at the 22. The Thundercats need the 24. It's 3rd and 2. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into tonight's broadcast, watching the live stream on XZeroSports.com. Also following along on YouTube. Tell your friends the Wildcats and the Thundercats are battling it out. The winner heads to the Division III National Championship game 2 weeks from tonight. Alicia Brokaw, big 3rd down here for the Thundercats. It's 3rd and 2. Brokaw in the gun. Here's the snap. Handoff right up the middle. Tackle made just short of the 1st down, a pickup of 1, and we're looking at maybe 4th down and 1. And a big decision to be made here if you're the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. And it looks like they will give him the favorable spot of the football. 2-yard gain for the first down. Forward progress gives the Thundercats some breathing room. 8:42 and counting here in the first quarter. On a very warm evening here in Arkansas. Triple-digit temperatures all across the natural state today. As the sun slowly begins to set, the lights coming on here at Tommy Holt Stadium at Hot Springs World Class High School. 1st and 10, football at the 24-yard line. Brokaw getting the sign from Coach Nathan Kimbrough on the far sideline. Now she's ready for action. 1st and 10 from the gun. The snap, handoff right up the middle. Tackle made out around the 26-yard line. Gain of 2, bringing up 2nd and 8. Want to say a special thank you to Miss Tiffany Rice supporting the broadcast tonight. She's watching number 11, Lecia Lewis, from the Thundercats. Tiffany's watching from Greensboro, North Carolina this evening. Thank you so much for your support. 7:32 and counting here in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 for the Thundercats. Brokaw stands in the gun. 1 in the backfield, 2 wide. Here's the snap. Drops back. Brokaw throws downfield. And a misconnection with the intended receiver. And a big defensive stop there by Tiara Clark and Latrice Walton of the Arkansas Wildcats. Be 3rd down and 8 after that incomplete pass from Brokaw. Now Brokaw's first pass attempt of the game was complete. And it went all the way home for a 58-yard score. But this time, the Wildcats defense was ready for the pass attempt. Big 3rd down here. Be the 2nd of the drive for the Thundercats, who started this thing off out around the 14-yard line. Brokaw takes the low snap, has time, throws in traffic. It's nearly intercepted. Pass is broken up by Lindsay Edwards of the Wildcats. That brings up 4th down on a big play defensively from number 4. 4th down and 8. Now we'll see the punt unit for the first time tonight for the Thundercats. They don't bring a large roster, the 20-plus hour trip over to Arkansas. But even still, there's a lot of talent in the short numbers that they have. Very reminiscent of this Arkansas Wildcats team a year ago when they won it all with just 12 players. Back to punt will be the Thundercats, and the Wildcats will have another opportunity after coughing up an interception on its first drive of the football game. Long snap, kick is up and away. It's a short punt. It's going to stay inside Thundercat territory, bounces out of bounds. They'll mark it out at the 40. The Arkansas Wildcats are going to open up shop in great territory, and they'll look to answer back here. Unfamiliar territory for the Wildcats, trailing 7-0, 7:03 to play here in the opening act. Angie Swaney's watching the broadcast tonight from Florida. Wants to send a shout out to her daughter, number 12, Danielle Michael, and the rest of the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. Angie, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Great game so far between the Cats and the Cats. Latoya Bankhead Sims of the Arkansas Wildcats at the 40. We'll have a timeout down on the field. Rocky Mountain wants a word with its team, and we'll be back after this. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back in action at Hot Springs World-Class High School here in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. I'm Mark Oliver. Special thank you to Miss Tony Mallory on our camera this evening, delivering the live stream feed to you wherever you're tuning in across the United States and beyond. On first down, handoff, Kiera Vinson breaks one tackle, looking for the right-hand edge. Look at her as she ping-pongs off the defenders, and there she goes! Kiera Vinson doing what she does best all the way to the promised land. Touchdown, Wildcats. 40 yards for Kiera Vinson. And that's the kind of production we're used to seeing from number 2. She's very quick, and the way that she can snake in and out of defenders is what defines her football ability best. And now the Arkansas Wildcats will attempt the 2-point conversion, looking to take the lead for the first time. The Wildcats have not attempted a PAT this season, and they're particularly strong from this point of the field. Bankhead Sims in the gun for the 2-point conversion. Here's the snap, handoff, Raquel Williams. Williams looking for a block, skates in. Did she get it? No, she was denied. Looked like the football may have even been stripped there at the line. The Wildcats on the board quickly, a 40-yard run by Vinson, but the Thundercats hang on for the lead. 7-6, Thundercats, 6:51 to play. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World-Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. Here's the kickoff to the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. Gets past the return woman, and here they come in transition, moving right to left. The Thundercats looking for some running room here, out past the 35 to 40. Breaks the tackle, still on her feet. No woman to beat there. Raquel Williams, the last stop, and she's going to make the tackle for the Wildcats. That's a touchdown-saving tackle right there, and a Thundercats player is a little slow to get up on that one right there. Great return by the Thundercats out to the Wildcat 39, and while the athletic training staff tends to the injured player, we'll take a quick break. We're back after this. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Back here at Hot Springs World-Class High School, the injured player being attended to on the sideline. We'll work to get you information as soon as possible. Coming off the big punt return, or the kickoff return, excuse me, the Thundercats in great field position at the Wildcat 39. Alicia Brokaw takes the snap, handoff right up the middle on the carry. The running back out to around the 30, tackled and brought down just shy of the first down. That's Sharita Smash Watson on the carry for 9 yards for the Thundercats. Rocky Mountain started the scoring on a long touchdown bomb, a 58-yard touchdown pass from Alicia Brokaw. And now a big defensive stop from the Thundercats on the 2-point conversion. Maintaining the 1-point lead here, 6:30 to play in the first quarter. All across the country, we have supporters on tonight's broadcast, even across the world. Want to say a special thank you to Tanya Sargent, giving a shout out to her daughter Sky Thomas and the ladies of the magnificent Thundercats. Kenneth Sargent shouting out loud from Florence, Italy tonight, supporting Sky Thomas and the Thundercats. Thank you so much for your support for tonight's broadcast. Carry up the middle. The Thundercats are going to pick up the first down to the 26-yard line of Arkansas. 6:20 and counting here in the first. Wildcats will do a defensive substitution here. Kayla Smith comes out. Monica Lewis steps in. 1st and 10 for Alicia Brokaw and those Rocky Mountain Thundercats. Scrappy unit coming out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. They're used to being the underdog. Here's the snap. Brokaw drops back, has time, throws a deep ball, and over the head of its intended receiver, number 18, Jennifer Wolcott. Wolcott couldn't reel it in. What could have been the second passing touchdown of the game for Alicia Brokaw and the Thundercats. They'll reset with a 2nd and 10. Brokaw works her women back to the line here on 2nd down and 10. Football at the 26-yard line for the Thundercats. From the shotgun, here's the snap. She'll take it herself. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Brokaw pushes the pile down to around the 20. That's a pickup of 6. Brings up 3rd down and 4. 5:32 and counting here in the first quarter. The Thundercats slowly knocking on the door as they enter the red zone here. Coming back in, Nadia Wiley-Collins for the Arkansas Wildcats, number 71, stepping out. Monica Lewis as she exits off screen. And Chris Dyer trying to keep these Wildcats fresh defensively against a formidable foe tonight in the Thundercats. Big 3rd down here for Brokaw and the Thundercats. Here's the snap, handoff, jet sweep, breaks 1 tackle, still on her feet. The flag flies, 2 flags fly as the Thundercats are knocked out of bounds around the 2. It would be a 1st down and then some, but this one's coming back. Holding against the Thundercats, that's the 2nd penalty against Rocky Mountain tonight. Both of those are holding calls, and that's a big sigh of relief for the Wildcats defense. It's going to force Brokaw and the Thundercats into a long 3rd down. Football will be spotted at the 29. They'll need the 16. 3rd down and 13 coming up here for the Thundercats. More shout-outs coming in on the broadcast tonight. Colorado Springs representing. Smash Thornton and Trish Watson. Katie Watson, thank you very much. Red Stars 10-11. Go AJ from the McKinneys in Colorado Springs, Colorado. 4:35 and counting. Big 3rd down here. Thundercats have converted just about all of them tonight. They've been very good from this down. Brokaw, the snap, 3rd and 13. Throws downfield. It is incomplete. Broken up by Samantha Witt and Ursula Johns. Ursula is one of our featured Wildcat players of tonight's game. An excellent interview with Ursula Johns coming up in the halftime segment of tonight's broadcast. Inside Wildcat territory, the Thundercats appear to be going for it here, taking a chance. And when your season's on the line, this is the kind of opportunities you take. The Wildcats need a moment defensively. Coach Chris Dyer wants to talk to his women. We'll take a break. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com. Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at World Class High School of Hot Springs, I'm Mark Oliver. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Arkansas Logo Logic, the official apparel provider of XZero Sports. Call Rob or Jason today to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your small business. 501-767-2197. So a big 4th down here for the Thundercats. They lead by 1. 4:21 to play in the first quarter. They're at the 29. They need the 16. On 4th and 13, Brokaw drops back, pressure's coming, she's brought down, sacked. And it'll be a turnover on downs for the Arkansas Wildcats. A big defensive play, and they'll open up shop from the 37-yard line. Brokaw a little slow to get up on the play there. She's back up on her feet. Coach Chris Dyer wanted a word with his team, and he drew up the perfect play call there. Now the Wildcats, who scored on their last time out. It was a 40-yard scamper for Miss Kiera Vinson. Made it look easy. That was her 13th rushing touchdown this postseason. And we'll see if the Wildcats can get their first lead of tonight's ball game. 4:17 to play for Latoya Bankhead Sims, who wears number 9, standing in the shotgun for the Wildcats. 2 wide, 2 in the backfield. Behind Miss Bankhead Sims are trusty running backs Raquel Williams, number 11, number 2, Kiera Vinson. And on 1st and 10, here's the snap. Handoff, Kiera Vinson. Vinson looking for that left-hand edge. Ducks a defender, stays on her feet. Here she comes going the other way. Vinson looking to break a tackle. Slides out right past the 40, 45. Meets the Thundercats at the 50. She's brought down finally inside Thundercats territory at the 49. An impressive run. 14 yards on the carry for Vinson, who ran about 60 to get there. 83 yards on 3 carries for Vinson tonight. 1 rushing score. And the Wildcats stand inside Thundercat territory at the 49. 3:50 in play here in the first quarter. Bankhead Sims in the gun, same formation. Here's the snap. Quick pass. That's Alana Alexander. She reels it in, steps out of bounds at the 47. She'll pick up 2. And that was more of a statement play by the Wildcats there. They wanted to keep it nice and easy, keep it short yardage, and just try to upset the mojo of the Thundercats defense there. The first pass intercepted earlier in the ball game. That was a confidence booster for Latoya Bankhead Sims, make no doubts about it. Two-yard pickup by Alana Alexander brings up 2nd down and 8. Football at the 47. Bankhead Sims in the gun. Here's the snap. She'll fake the handoff. She'll take it herself. Running down the left-hand side. Bankhead Sims will take it herself. Slides down at the 45. It's a pickup of 2. And a little bit of misdirection there. The Wildcats going for some trickery here on offense and just trying to upset the flow of the Thundercats like we said. She picks up 2. Her 2nd carry of the game. She has 3 total yards on 2 carries. And now it's time for 3rd down. Something the Wildcats have struggled a little bit with this evening. 3rd down and 6 to be exact. Football spotted at the 45-yard line. After a couple of plays from the back of the playbook, let's see if they go back to the bread and butter here. 3rd and 6. The snap. Here's the handoff. That's Raquel Williams. Williams scoots for the first down, picks it up down to the 38-yard line. An excellent run for number 11, and you could see that defense. They keyed in on Vincent, and the perfect misdirection there. Great call by Coach Ernest Dukes III. That's good for a 7-yard gain. 20 yards on 3 carries for Raquel Williams this evening, and she has performed well. 2:30 to play in the first quarter. Still a close one here. We've got a timeout down on the field. Arkansas will blow its second timeout of the first quarter. And we'll take a break. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here in Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. Our camerawoman this evening, Miss Tony Mallory. I'd like to say a special thank you to her for her help on tonight's broadcast, bringing you the video feed. We've got a close one on our hands here. The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. They'll take the snap, hand off Vincent. Vincent, a little reverse play there, hands it off. No one saw Tiara Clark pick it up, and now Clark at the 30. Down to the 25, Clark goes down. A great misdirection play down to the 25. That's good enough for the first down. It picks up 13 for Tiara Clark. Coach Ernest Dukes III putting on an offensive showcase here tonight on just this drive alone for the Wildcats, and the Thundercats have their work cut out for them here. It is no longer the handoff to Kiera Vincent show, and it's working well for the Wildcats. 1:55 and counting here in the first quarter. 7-6 Thundercats, who opened with the lead and are trying to cling on to it here, but the Wildcats continue to push forward. Football at the 25, 1st and 10, Bankhead Sims. Handoff Kiera Vincent, looking for a block. There she goes. She's speedy, and no one's going to stop her. Kiera Vincent is in for her 2nd score of the night. Touchdown, Wildcats, 25 yards. Kiera Vincent will give the Wildcats their first lead of the ball game. It's 12-7. The Wildcats will look to go for 2, and this one is crucial. So we stated before, the Wildcats haven't attempted a PAT this season. They rely on that 2-point conversion. And we'll see who they draw up here. Excellent run by Vincent. 2 touchdowns on her 4 carries tonight. She's over the century mark. Here's the snap. Latoya Bankhead Sims going to keep it herself. Quarterback keeper into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. 1:34 remaining in the first quarter. The Wildcats are back. They've doubled up the Thundercats, and we're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. The Wildcats answer back, taking their first lead of tonight's ball game. It's 14-7. Here's the kick. And it's downed by the Thundercats out around the 32-yard line. The Thundercats really just kind of looking to get their mojo back here. They got blindsided on a few tricky offensive plays, and then the Wildcats punched the ticket with a 25-yard touchdown run by Kiera Vincent. Vincent tonight has 4 carries, a couple of touchdowns to go with it. Shout out coming in from Victor, saying please shout out to Trisha Watson and Jessica Hudson on the Thundercats broadcast. Thank you, Victor, for supporting tonight's action between the Thundercats and the Wildcats. It's a high-stakes game. The winner represents the American Conference of Division III in the national title game in Georgia 2 weeks from tonight. It's been a long road for both teams this season. The Thundercats in command here, 1st and 10, pitch out on the right-hand side. And stepping out of bounds, T.R. Clark will knock her out, the running back, and it'll be no gain after all of that there. The Thundercats, underdogs coming into the playoffs, convincing wins over Utah, a close but confident win over in-state rival Colorado Freeze. And the Thundercats enter tonight's action winners of 3 straight, 2 of those being the first 2 playoff wins for this team in the Women's Football Alliance. They're a team that has absolutely earned their trip here to take on the Wildcats. And they'll look to answer and try to tie it up here late in the first quarter. 1:27 to play. Brokaw in the gun on 2nd down. Here's the snap. Brokaw's going to take it herself, and she is wrapped up and brought down. Spot of the football will get her maybe 1. We'll call it 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Lots of love coming in over the Wildcat and Thundercat live stream this evening. Marilyn McQuaid says, "Go Cats" from Pete and Marilyn McQuaid, parents of Linda McQuaid, number 89 for the Thundercats. And we're thankful for your support. And we're thankful to be able to bring the broadcast to all the families, friends, and loved ones watching their daughters, family members, and friends compete tonight. 35 seconds remain. Brokaw, pitch out, left-hand side, running room right up the middle, skating around. There's a big tackle coming in. That's a big hit from Kayla Smith, and that one will bring up 4th down for the Thundercats. Football at the 37. It's 4th and 5. And that may be the final play of the first quarter. Nathan Kimbrough is going to let the clock run. That's going to be the final play of the first quarter here from Hot Springs World Class High School. At the end of 1, 14-7, the Wildcats with the lead. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at xzerosports.com.
Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, the land of the Trojans here in Class 5A here in Arkansas. And I know the Wildcats are very thankful for the hospitality that the Trojans of Hot Springs World Class High School have given them, offering their facilities for use this year. City of Hot Springs, a second home for this Arkansas Wildcats unit. And Mayor Pat McCabe, he delivered the coin toss this evening, and Pat McCabe is still down on the sideline. He is loving this game. As we return to action here, it's 4th down and 5. The start of the second quarter. The Thundercats will begin with a punt, and it's a high punt kicked away from Tiara Clark. They want no business with the return here. Clark, the punt return specialist. And with no return, it'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line of the Wildcats. That's where Arkansas sets up shop. The Wildcats lead on a couple of touchdown runs by Miss Kiera Vinson, 40 and 25 yards respectively. Thundercats shocked the world starting things off with a long touchdown bomb of 58 yards. They've just straight up burned the Wildcats on that possession. Wildcats scored back on that 40-yard scamper from Vinson, but couldn't answer with the 2-point conversion. And just finally, in the closing seconds of the first quarter, grabbed the lead. We still have a lot of football to play, though. Sun is beginning to set here in Arkansas. The lights are on, and it's hot down there. Triple-digit temperatures all day here in the Spa City. And the field, you can't see it on your screen, but the field is way below ground level, which means it's even hotter down there. Latoya Bankhead Sims has all the time in the world as she throws, and it's nearly picked off. Pass intended for Lindsay Edwards, and that was number 18, Jennifer Wolcott, who nearly had a huge interception. Bankhead Sims has completed 1 of 3 passes this evening, just 2 yards. She's glad to have that one back. It brings up 2nd down and 10. Football at the 38-yard line. Lots of love coming in through the live stream tonight. If you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Handoff, Kiera Vinson down on the near side here. Scoots past a couple of tackles. Vinson on her feet, steps out of bounds, out around midfield. She's out officially at the 48. And that's just a great run. 10 yards there on the run for Kiera Vinson. $118 yards on 5 carries, 2 touchdowns for number 2, Kiera Vinson, and the Arkansas Wildcats. 14:37 and counting here in the first half of action from Hot Springs. The Wildcats looking to extend its lead here. First and 10 for Bankhead Sims, who operates under center. Here's the snap. Handoff. That's Raquel Williams. Drives right up the middle into Thundercat territory down to the 47. 5-yard gain for Raquel Williams. 25 yards on 4 carries. She's been excellent tonight at just chewing up yardage and putting her Wildcats in better offensive situations. 14:08 and counting, clock rolling. Bankhead Sims takes her time, confident as she moves back under center. I formation with Williams and Vinson. Here's the snap. Handoff, that's Kiera Vinson. Leading the charge, there's Raquel Williams with the block. Vinson hangs on to it, stretches out inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. Nice gain there of about 12. $11 yards on the pickup for Vincent there. Brings up first down. Football at the 37. Same formation, I formation. They'll move one wide out to the right. Bankhead Sims the snap. She drops back, throws across the middle, reeled in by Edwards in traffic, and she stays on her feet, nearly coughs up the football. There she goes. Lindsay Edwards looking for the right-hand side, on her feet. Edwards down the sidelines, and she's going to scoot on in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Lindsay Edwards, a circus-like catch for the score. I cannot believe what I just saw. Lindsay Edwards reels it in traffic, nearly loses it, and stays on her feet for the catch of her career. A big score for the Wildcats. $37 yards on the score. The reception by Edwards. And the Wildcats will go for two. They're looking to make it a 15-point ball game. 13:03 to play, I formation. Same formation that just led to the touchdown. The snap, the handoff. Vincent looking for a block, left-hand edge. She's going to scoot on in for two, untouched. And it's a 15-point lead for the Arkansas Wildcats. 22-7 our score. 13:03 to play. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, a 37-yard touchdown reception for Lindsay Edwards puts the Wildcats lead up to 15. It's 22-7. Here's the kickoff, and the Thundercats grab it at the 36-yard line, moving left to right. They meet the pile, and they'll go down at the 42, a 6-yard return on the tackle. Number 10, Lisa Blaylock for the Arkansas Wildcats. Special thank you to Miss Tony Mallory on camera for us this evening, capturing all the highlights from each team in tonight's contest. 22-7, the Wildcats lead, 22 unanswered points. Alicia Brokaw and the Rocky Mountain Thundercats not done yet. They're going to come out and look to answer back in a big way here. Lots of love still coming in over the live stream. Listeners, viewers coming in from Greensboro, North Carolina. Back home for the Thundercats in Colorado Springs. Even have viewers tuning in at 2:30 in the morning in Italy right now, supporting the Women's Football Alliance. Thank you so much for tuning in. 12:59 to play in the first half. Brokaw, 1st and 10, and we'll have a flag. I believe that'll be the first Wildcat penalty tonight. It's going to be encroachment on the defense, and that's going to back up the Wildcats 5. So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Thundercats, who move out to the 47-yard line. And the Thundercats will take those all day. Brokaw stands in the gun, has 3 wide on the formation. Here's the snap on first down. Dropping back. Brokaw throws that one downfield, throws it away. And it brings up 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion. Jennifer Wolcott, number 18, the intended receiver. Second down and 5. 12:54 to play. Like to remind you, coming up in the halftime segment of tonight's broadcast, we'll talk to not one but 2 featured Arkansas Wildcats players tonight. Kedra Brewer and Ursula Johns. They each give us a sneak peek into the strength of this team this season, just what the team has been working on. They even let us know what they do when they're not in the Wildcats uniform. So a little bit of a personal approach as well. Both of those interviews coming up during halftime tonight. Second down and 5. Brokaw, the snap. She'll keep it herself. Brokaw being chased. Has room to run on the right-hand side. She'll pick up the first down and then some. Tackle made by Tiara Clark, and that's just a great run right there by Brokaw. Puts the team on her back. Picks up the first down into Wildcat territory down to the 41. Brokaw's had many excellent plays in tonight's contest, most notably the 58-yard long bomb early in the first quarter. She'll look to get the Thundercats back on the board again. 12:45 to play in the first half. Here comes Rocky Mountain. From the 42-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Brokaw in the gun. Here's the snap. Brokaw is going to take it herself right up the middle. Bounces off a defender. Stays on her feet. And that's just a good offensive chunk of yardage there. 3 yards on the pickup. Quarterback keeper. Brokaw on 2 consecutive runs, going with the strategy of just trying to wear down that Wildcats defensive line. See a few hands on hips out there for the Wildcats. And now an offensive substitution coming in. The Thundercats looking to draw up the next play here. Clock rolling, 12:05 and counting in the second. The Thundercats are ready to play. 2nd and 7, football at the 39. Brokaw stands in the gun around the 45. Here's the snap. Brokaw throws downfield. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Wildcats. Latrice Walton. Walton stays on her feet. Out to the 40. She's brought down by the Thundercats, but a huge interception defensively, and that gives the rock back to Arkansas. The Wildcats have it at the 42.
42-yard line.
And we'll see what Latoya Bankhead Sims and crew can do here. 22 unanswered points so far for Arkansas. And they're ready to extend the lead. 11:39 to play. Coming into the game on offense, number 71, Nadia Wiley-Collins. Alana Alexander goes wide to the right. Tiara Clark wide to the left. Latoya Bankhead Sims stands in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 42. 2 in the backfield. That's Williams and Vinson. And we'll have a timeout. Thundercats want a moment. We'll take it with them. 22-7, 11:39 to play. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School with Tony Mallory on camera, I'm Mark Oliver. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's Women's Football Alliance American Conference Championship between the Arkansas Wildcats and the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. The winner of tonight's action will go on to face either the Richmond Black Widows or the Orlando Anarchy in the Division III title game in Georgia, July 28th. It'd be a big game for either team should they make it there. Returning the action, it's 1st and 10 from the 42. Bankhead Sims throws and misconnects with Kiera Vinson. Bankhead 2 for 4 tonight with an interception. And now a substitution coming in for the Wildcats. We'll see Kedra Brewer step on in. She wears number 15. She's one of our featured players tonight. We'll talk to her at halftime. She's got a lot of positive things to say about the strength and unity of this team. 11:37 to play here in the first half. 2nd and 10 from the 42. 2 wide and 2 in the backfield. Latoya Bankhead Sims takes the snap. Handoff, Kiera Vinson. Vinson, right-hand side on the back of one of her own players. Rides it out to the 48. That's a pickup of 6. Spot of the football will be the 49. They'll give her 7. And the Wildcats stand near midfield. 11:15 and counting here in the second. 3rd and 3. Coach Ernest Dukes III calling the signs out to his quarterback, Latoya Bankhead Sims, from the near sideline. The Wildcats are ready for football here. They'll keep the same formation on 3rd down. Here's the snap. Handoff. That's Raquel Williams. Williams in trouble. Skates through. She picks it up. She's got the 1st down into Thundercat territory. She's down at the 46. Great pickup there of 5 yards on her 5th carry of the game. 30 yards on 5 carries for Raquel Williams. The Wildcats advance to the 46-yard line. 10:40 and counting. We'll see Nadia Wiley-Collins coming off the field. An offensive substitution going in. Coletto Braz is watching tonight from Colorado Springs. Says, go Soupy. Number 17, that's Maggie Campbell for the Thundercats of Rocky Mountain. On 1st and 10, Bankhead Sims, handoff Kiera Vinson. Vinson has that left-hand edge. She likes it a lot. 2 women to beat, skates on her feet, and she runs out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A nice gain there of 19 for Kiera Vinson. And that'll put the Wildcats deeper into Thundercat territory down to the 32. New set of downs, 1st and 10. 10:06 and counting here in the second. After going down early, 7-0, the Arkansas Wildcats have answered back in a big way. 22 unanswered points. And they'll look to see if they can add another one here. I formation for the Wildcats. 2 wide. Alana Alexander to the right. Tiara Clark to the left. Here's the snap. Handoff. That's Raquel Williams. Right up the middle. Williams breaks 3 tackles, 4 tackles, 5 tackles. There she goes. 2 flags are down as Williams skates in. And we've got players down on the field for the Thundercats. A collision almost. It looks like there are 1, 2, 3 Rocky Mountain players down on the field. We'll get the official word. That's holding. It's coming back. Raquel Williams' score goes for naught. And we're concerned making sure that the Thundercats players are okay. It almost looked like that they had ran into each other trying to tackle Williams. The holding penalty is going to negate the touchdown and bring it back to the 35. So substitutions coming out. Ursula Johns and Kedra Brewer will take a seat for Arkansas. So will Wiley Collins. And fresh legs in for the Arkansas Wildcats. 1st and 13. Bankhead Sims has her trusty 1-2 punch of Vincent and Williams in the backfield. She likes Alana Alexander and Tiara Clark as her wideouts. She'll move under center on 1st down. Here's the snap. Bankhead Sims drops back across the middle for Edwards. No, it's intercepted. And here come the Thundercats coming the other way. Blows past Kiera Vincent. Past Bankhead Sims, and it's off to the races. The Thundercats punishing on the interception, and they're going to take it all the way back to the house for the score. It's a pick 6 for Rocky Mountain. Touchdown, Thundercats. A big defensive punch for Rocky Mountain, and that is exactly what they wanted to see to breathe life back into their team tonight. It cuts the lead to 9, and the Rocky Mountain Thundercats back on the board for the first time in more than 15 minutes. What a big play there. It's the 2nd interception of the night for Latoya Bankhead Sims. She was going for the same pass to Lindsay Edwards. The one, you know the one. Edwards' long touchdown, 37 yards. She was looking to repeat history. She did so, just not in the way she was hoping for. The pick 6 puts the Thundercats back on the board. A 2-point conversion here would make it a 7-point game. Big play here for the Thundercats. Brokaw will be in the gun. They're going for it. Here's the snap. Brokaw takes it herself, dives forward, stretches out. Did she break the plane? We're waiting for the official word. The line judge coming through. Did she break the plane? No. Here in the second quarter, the Wildcats defense held big right there. 9:40 remaining in the second quarter. It's still a 2-score game. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, the Rocky Mountain Thundercats answered back in a big way, and their team's cheers could be heard all the way back in Colorado Springs. A huge pick 6 to get the blood flowing for Rocky Mountain here after giving up 22 in a row. Here comes the return from the Wildcats. On the run, number 32, Kim Collier. Collier still on her feet as she enters Thundercats territory, comes on down to the 33-yard line. An excellent return and a great way to open up shop here. Latoya Bankhead Sims, she'll be ready after the pick 6 on the last offensive position. She's down with Coach Ernest Dukes III down in the bottom right of your screen, drawing up the game plan here. She's thrown 2 picks in tonight's contest, and she'll look to step back up for her team in a big way here. Short field for the Wildcats, who start things off at the 33. A 9-point game. That stop on the 2-point conversion was huge. 9:28 to play in the first half. It's been a long time since the Wildcats allowed this many points in a game. Very formidable opponent tonight in the Thundercats, exposing some weaknesses of Arkansas. 1st and 10. Bankhead Sims under center. I formation 2 wide. The snap. Handoff up the middle. Williams. Raquel Williams pulls the Thundercats with her down to the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 8. Raquel Williams doing her thing. 38 yards, 6 carries tonight for number 11. The clock rolls down to 9:05. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 25-yard line. Kiera Vincent has a touchdown run of 25 yards in tonight's contest as she stands at the anchor of this I formation. Bankhead Sims at the ready. Here's the snap. Handoff, Vincent. Up the middle, 1 block. There she goes at the 20, 15. It runs out of bounds at the 13, down to the 12. 13-yard gain for Kiera Vincent. That's enough to move the chains. Be 1st and 10 from the 13. Or from the 12, excuse me. 8:34 left to play in the first half. After the big interception miscue, look for the Wildcats to just punch it in using the running game here. We talk about the offensive capabilities of Williams and Vincent. They got a lot of great blocks that open those doors. You'll look to see another one here. Latoya Bankhead Sims, handoff, Vincent. Vincent cuts up the middle, goes down around the 5. And that'll be a gain of 7. 10th carry of the game for Kiera Vincent as the Wildcats stand 5 yards away from the answer. Coming into the game, number 35, Latrice Walton. And Raquel Williams will take a breather. With Williams coming out and Walton coming in, we'll see where the ball goes here. Second and 2. Here's the snap. That's the handoff to Walton. Walton pushes the pile down to the 2-yard line. A great run. That's enough to pick up the first down. They'll bring up 1st and goal for the Arkansas Wildcats. Latrice Walton becomes the 5th Arkansas Wildcat rusher in tonight's ball game. It's 1st and goal from the 2. Raquel Williams is back into the game, and they're going to have to get Walton off the field as they've got 12 on the field currently. Walton comes off just in time. And the Wildcats knock here. Power run formation, handoff, Vincent. And the misdirection, it's picked up by the quarterback, Bankhead Sims, and that one could have went very badly for the Wildcats. As a miscommunication on the handoff, Vincent couldn't have it. Bankhead Sims was there to grab it before the Thundercats could find it. It's a loss of 4 on the play. Bankhead Sims will take it. Has not been the cleanest first half of action for Arkansas tonight. Couple of turnovers and a very close near miss there. 2nd and goal from the 6. We'll have a timeout down on the field. Arkansas wants a moment. We'll take it with them. 22-13, the Wildcats lead. 6:27 to play in the first half. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZerosports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge, XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by...
Back in action at Hot Springs World-Class High School. 2nd and goal from the 6. I'm Mark Oliver. The Wildcats knocking on the door here. Power formation. Bankhead Sims under center. She'll take the snap. Hand off Vincent. Vincent running for that right-hand edge. She'll outrun just about anybody on the field. She's in for the score. Kiera Vincent, her 3rd score of the night, a 6-yard touchdown. And the Wildcats find a way to answer back. It's 28-13. The lead back to 15 for the Arkansas Wildcats. A big return, helping get the Wildcats in position. But the Wildcats not out of the woods yet. Not a confident lead by any stretch of the imagination here. They'll go for 2, looking to make it 17. The snap. Handoff, that's Williams. Raquel Williams, and she stretches through. She's got it. The 2-point conversion is good. It's 30-13. We'll take a break. We're back after this. 6:22 to play in the first half. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZerosports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back at Hot Springs World-Class High School in Hot Springs, I'm Mark Oliver. On camera this evening, Miss Tony Mallory. Here's the kickoff over to the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. It goes well past the return woman, picked up at the 20. Here come the Thundercats out to the 30, 35, and brought down at the 37 is the return woman for Rocky Mountain. Tackle made by the Wildcats. I believe that's number 32, Kim Collier. So the football out to the 37-yard line. That's where Alicia Brokaw and her Rocky Mountain Thundercats look to answer back in this chess match. Lots of love coming in on the live stream this evening. Amber Casanova says, shout out from La Muerte de las Cruces in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Let's go Cats. Number 8 and 88, love you. Marilyn McQuaid, Rebecca Mary McQuaid say, way to go, ladies. Way to go, Cats. Sue McClernand shouting out to Sarah McClernand, number 5 from Colorado Springs. Victor says, Let's go Jessica Hudson and the offensive line of the Thundercats. If you'd like a shout out for your favorite player or team on tonight's broadcast, please feel free to leave a comment in the messages below. 17-point deficit for the Thundercats. They'll look to answer here. 1st and 10 for Brokaw. She'll take the snap. Handoff. Right-hand side, scooting along as the running back. Ran out of bounds at the 39. On the carry, that's number 13, Wishana Brooks. Brooks, a pickup of 2. That brings up 2nd down and 8. 6:08 left to play in the first half. The sun's setting over Hot Springs, Arkansas. Here come the Thundercats out to the 39. Alicia Brokaw calling the shots as she gets word from Coach Kimbrough, Coach Pruitt, coaching staff of this Rocky Mountain team. Handoff right up the middle. There's a speedy run there by Brooks and shut down completely on a jump tackle by the Arkansas Wildcats. What a big one. That's Lindsay Edwards on the stop there. She's made plays offensively and defensively. It's a pickup of 1, but it brings up 3rd and 7. On the carry, number 13, Brooks. 3rd and 7. Football spotted at the 40. Clock rolling, 5:39 to play in the first half. Here come the Thundercats, determined. They've been fairly successful on 3rd down this evening. Brokaw drops back, throws downfield. It's caught in a wide open spaces. The Thundercats in hot pursuit is Kiera Vincent. If anyone's going to stop her, she will, and she does. A touchdown saving tackle at the 1. Kiera Vincent came in like lightning and stopped the touchdown. An impressive defensive play by Kiera Vincent. The Wildcats had nobody there. The Thundercats, that heartbeat keeps thumping here in the second quarter. An impressive pass play by Brokaw. So it's 1st and goal. Football spotted at the 2. The Wildcats have an uphill battle defensively here. 30-13, a 17-point contest. And let's see what Brokaw and the Thundercats draw up here. 2 wide, 2 in the backfield. We know that Brokaw can muscle her way forward. She will. Quarterback keeper up the middle. She breaks the plane. It's a touchdown for the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. Alicia Brokaw keeps it herself. And it's 30-19. There's no quit in this Thundercats team. They came out leading 7-0. Then they gave up 22 in a row. And now they're back into the swing of things. 2 quick scores for the Thundercats. A pick 6 and a long bomb down to the 2 and punched in on a quarterback keeper. PAT sails up and it's good. It's a 10-point football game here at Hot Springs World Class High School. The winner goes to the Women's Football Alliance National Championship game 2 weeks from tonight. Will it be the Arkansas Wildcats or the Rocky Mountain Thundercats? We're back after this. It's Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. Tony Mallory on camera tonight. She's caught all of these excellent plays for each team this evening. We'd like to say hello to all of the fans for the Wildcats and Thundercats tuning in on tonight's broadcast. Thank you for your support of the Women's Football Alliance on XZero Sports. And that one, very aggressive kick there by the Thundercats, and had the Wildcats not punched it out of bounds, that could have been recovered by the Thundercats. They've been out firing on all cylinders here in the second quarter. They trailed 22-7 at one point in this contest, and now they've outscored the Wildcats 13-8 here in the second. Latoya Bankhead Sims back out to lead her Arkansas Wildcats. They haven't lost since winning the national championship back in Pittsburgh last year. Undefeated this season up to this point. They're 1 win away from returning to the title game. But the Thundercats have not went down without a fight. It's 1st and 10 for Bankhead Sims and the Wildcats at the 49 of Arkansas. Under center, Bankhead Sims the snap. Pitch out Vinson, and Vinson already seeing some traffic here. Scooting around some defenders. She's brought down in the backfield. A loss of 2. That's the first negative carry of the night for Kiera Vinson. 12th carry of the ball game for Vinson. She's got 3 scores, 40, 25, and 6 yards respectively. Brings up 2nd down and 12. 4:12 to play here in the first half. Like to remind everyone, don't go anywhere during the halftime segment of tonight's broadcast. We'll talk to not 1 but 2 featured Wildcats players, Kedra Brewer and Ursula Johns. Also interviews with head coach Ernest Dukes III, Chris Dyer. Action-packed halftime segment coming your way. On 2nd and 12, Bankhead Sims hands off Raquel Williams right up the middle. Parting the seas is Williams into Thundercat territory for a 6-yard gain. That puts the Wildcats at the Thundercat 48. It's 3rd and 7. Hard-fought ball game by each team tonight. On a hot night here in Hot Springs. Many fans turning out for this one as well. Nice to see them representing both the Wildcats and the Thundercats. Pitch back on 3rd down. Vinson has some room to run. Vinson's going to pick up the 1st down, and are you kidding me? She's got daylight. There she goes. Vinson's going to bring it all the way home for the score. It's her 4th score. It's a touchdown for the Arkansas Wildcats. 48 yards. Kiera Vinson made that one look easy. You thought for a second, with the blitz coming from the Thundercats, could she do it? The answer was yes. And the Wildcats trade blows with the Thundercats. The lead is up to 16. Off screen, we have a Thundercats player down. And we'll have an official timeout on the field as we tend to the injury. We'll take a moment to assess the situation. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com. Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals? Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197. Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals? Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business.
Back here in action at Hot Springs World-Class High School. Injury timeout over. The 2-point conversion attempt. Raquel Williams is going to punch it in for Arkansas. And after the long touchdown run by Kiera Vinson, it's an 18-point lead for the Wildcats of Arkansas. We'll take a moment to reset. The Thundercats have the ball next. 2:43 to play in the first half. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals? Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World-Class High School, the kickoff to the Thundercats. It's picked up on the run by Rocky Mountain. That's Alicia Lewis. Lewis couldn't get the hand on the hand on the kick, was able to pick it back up and make something out of it. And the Rocky Mountain Thundercats will open up shop at the 45-yard line. Each team has traded blows tit for tat in this one. The Rocky Mountain Thundercats, it's their turn to try to answer back here. For the Arkansas Wildcats, it's been Kiera Vinson leading the way, 12 carries, 227 yards, and 4 scores. 2:35 to play in the first half. The Thundercats will open up shop from the 45. Alicia Brokaw has led the way and done a phenomenal job for the ladies in blue and black tonight. Still lots of love coming in for each team on the live stream tonight. We'll get your shout-outs as soon as possible. Brokaw on 1st and 10 is in the shotgun. From the 45, the snap, a running start right up the middle and denied. Lisa Blaylock was there with the stop. And there's a big loss there, a drop back of 2. It brings up 2nd down and 12. Kristen McCulloch says, let's go. Number 55, Sky Thomas, rookie season strong. Andrew Dillian says, go Thundercats. We love you, Jennifer Wolcott from Andrew and Sarah. Bob Brokaw says, way to go, Alicia. Go Cats. Alicia Brokaw's had a great night for the Thundercats tonight. Clock under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. The Thundercats won the coin toss. And the Wildcats leading by 18. They're salivating at the opportunity to open up the second half with the ball. Brokaw rolls to the right. Pitch out. Pressure's coming. And she's going to have to get rid of it. In traffic. Looking to stay on her feet. She's finally brought down, and that's going to be a big loss. All the way down to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 21. 3rd down and 21, excuse me. 1:10 to play, and the Thundercats back deep in their own territory. We've seen great passing from Brokaw tonight. We've seen 2 long bombs. But this time, the Wildcats are surely ready for it. Coach Nathan Kimbrough on the far sideline, giving the sign to Brokaw. And he's going to call a timeout. Miscommunication, great timeout call there. 43.7 seconds left, and we will take a 30-second break. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
As a small business owner, I know that image is everything. That's why I trust the guys at Arkansas Logo Logic. Rob, Jason, and the gang have everything you need to grow your company's image. With their state-of-the-art screen printing and embroidery, they have the tools to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your business. They're the official apparel provider of XZero Sports, and their quality and their reputation is second to none. Get your image out there today. Call Arkansas Logo Logic 501-767-2197 or stop by at 104A Trooper Drive in Hot Springs. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School in Hot Springs, I'm Mark Oliver. Tonight's broadcast presented in part by Arkansas Logo Logic, the official apparel provider of XZero Sports. Call Rob or Jason today to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your business at 501-767-2197. 3rd down and very long for the Thundercats as Brokaw airs it out downfield. It is caught. The Thundercats reel in that one. Still on her feet is Wolcott, and she's going to pick up the 1st down to the 44-yard line. An impressive pass play to bail the Thundercats out of a precarious situation. 32.9 seconds remain in the first half, and Rocky Mountain made that one look easy. They don't have a whole lot of time. Brokaw's going to spike it. And that stops the clock. 29.9 seconds remaining in the first half. I've been impressed all night by not only the passing game, but just the offensive prowess under pressure that the Thundercats have been able to execute. It's been remarkable. It says a lot why this team is playing for a spot in the title game. 2nd and 11. 29 seconds remain. From the 44-yard line, Brokaw's in the gun. Here's the snap. Drops back. Has time. Brokaw airs it out downfield. Incomplete. Ursula Johns was there on the stop. And it brings up 3rd and 11. 23.8 seconds remain in the second quarter. The Thundercats need the 34 to move the chains. Brokaw draws up the situation in the huddle for the Thundercats. Kim Collier takes a rest defensively for the Wildcats. Tiara Clark adjusts over to the far side. And here we go, 23.8 remaining. Brokaw drops back, has time, throws, picked up a little screen pass, and a huge hit coming in from the Arkansas Wildcats. A big stop there. That is Kiera Vinson coming in to make the hit. Kiera Vinson can do it all, offensively, defensively. That brings up fourth down. The Thundercats don't have any timeouts. That's the first half of action here from Hot Springs. Halftime from Hot Springs World Class High School. It's 38-20. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School at the half, 38-20, the Arkansas Wildcats with the lead. Time now to show some love to our featured Wildcats players of tonight's game. Tonight we honor 2 fantastic women who not only represent their state and their team on the football field, they also represent their respective communities in many various ways. First tonight we congratulate Ursula Johns, number 7, one of your featured Arkansas Wildcats players of tonight's contest. Down here on the field with one of our featured Wildcat players of the game for tonight's American Conference Championship, we're here with Ursula Johns. Ursula, what a ride it's been this year. Winning that national championship a year ago, you're undefeated to this point, and you're 1 game away from returning to that national title game. What a year it's been. Tell me some of the high points that this team has endured over the past 10 games going into tonight's semifinals.
As far as high points, I would basically think about how far our defense has progressed, because from last year and this year, it's a difference, and I think that we've slowly gotten better as far as our defense. Our offense have always been it's been pretty solid. So, but our defense has mostly progressed, and I'm really proud of that. Really proud of that.
It's a defense that has not allowed a single point in the WFA playoffs. It's extremely impressive, and many shutout wins all season long. What is it with you group of girls? Do you have some sort of like thing on the side where it's like we got to try to keep them scoreless, we're trying to blank the opponents? There's got to be a secret to the success that you girls have to just shut opponents down completely.
Well, to be honest, with the way the ranking system is in the WFA, the Massey rankings, it's better if you blow a team out, to be honest. So yeah, we do try, but that doesn't always happen, and if it doesn't, that's fine too. But it's more just so coming together to make sure we execute at all times. It's okay if someone scores or if someone misses a block, that's fine, just as long as the overall picture is positive or whatnot.
So going into tonight, the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. This is a team that you're not familiar with. You've never played these women before, but this is a team with a lot of confidence coming in, and you have the right to have that. You're undefeated. You're the reigning national champions. But even with that confidence, what are you doing as a team to make sure that you don't lose your head and you don't think ahead to that national title game before you get there?
Well, that's classified information. No, I'm just kidding. But as far as preparation, it's pretty much the basic things. Make sure that we're staying active, because in the playoffs, the games are every 2 weeks. So if you don't do anything for 2 weeks, you are going to suffer when the game gets here. So as far as preparation, just staying active, watching film, and coming to practice. Now, as far as film, because I live in Mississippi, I don't get a chance to watch film all the time. And to be honest, with me, and this is just me alone, I don't do well watching film by myself, because I'll end up watching the game instead of critiquing, so I need help with doing that. So because I live way in Mississippi, 3 hours away from Little Rock, I don't get a lot of help to do that, but it's still fine, because when I get here and I can ask my coach some questions, he's always there to let me know what's what and to tell me my assignments and everything.
Ursula, how does this team come out with a win tonight and punch a ticket to that national title game in Georgia?
How? Well, we'll have to win and work hard, but those are pretty self-explanatory. Nothing special. We just have to get out there and keep doing what we've been doing this whole season. So,
Ursula, you talked about being unique in the sense that you are not an Arkansan, but playing on this Arkansas team. Tell us a little bit of what you do when you're not playing football for the Wildcats.
Work. That's pretty much about it. I am a medical laboratory technician at one of the hospitals back in my home, not my hometown, but back in the town of Greenville, Mississippi. And I also work part-time for the USDA at Stoneville as a lab tech. Well, not really sure, but I guess I'll just say lab tech is basically the same things, because it's the USDA is mostly agriculture based, which is, agriculture is a big part of Mississippi right now. Well, always have been. Other things I like to do, I like to read. I love to read music and write music and play my instruments back at home. And that's pretty much it.
Ursula, big game on hand tonight. Is there anybody you would like to say hello to who may be watching the broadcast?
Well, everyone back home in Shelby, Mississippi, my family, my friends, and also my friends back in Jackson, Mississippi, and Janelle, Jakyla, Jonathan Jr., and Jamari. That's it.
Very good. Congratulations on the honor. Good luck tonight. Go Wildcats.
All right. Thank you.
That was Ursula Johns, one of your featured Wildcats players of the game for tonight's American Conference Championship between the Rocky Mountain Thundercats and the Arkansas Wildcats. Moving right along, we'll go to our second featured Wildcats player this evening, and it's Miss Kedra Brewer. Kedra, one of our special players and just a very strong veteran for this unit throughout the years, helping lead the way in many ways. Congratulations to Kedra Brewer. Down here on the field with one of our featured Wildcats players of the game for tonight's American Conference Championship, we're here with Kedra Brewer. Kedra, what a season it's been. Coming off that national championship, undefeated, headed into the semifinals, you are one game away for trying for that repeat. And what is it that got you and your women here today?
Hard work, dedication, and the heart to win. Last year we didn't have that many players. We only had 12 players. This year I think we have a little bit more, but it's still not a full roster. So every game we got to come out there and leave it out on the field, blood, sweat, and tears. So we've come together as a family, and truth be told, heart has been the thing that brought us this far.
You came together as that family last year in the playoffs. You had some long road trips. You got that championship win. You haven't seen a single L since then. And now with the home field advantage, you are not winning games. You are blowing opponents out. And what is it that makes this unit so so strong right now?
I think this unit has a lot of very, very, very good veterans on the team. Our rookies are great, but our veterans are great. And when you have a strong foundation, it shows the rookies kind of what to do and how to do it. Last year, we had a lot of rookies on our team, and so now that we kind of went and won that championship, we know the right mindset, we have the right technique, and we're able to implement that with our rookies to bring them and catch them up to speed. So it's definitely a team effort, but we have a very, very, very solid core.
So far in the playoffs, you've been lucky in the sense that you've faced two teams that you've already seen this season. Tonight, you face a team you've never seen before in the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. What's it going to take to get the job done tonight and head to Atlanta in 2 weeks?
It's going to take the same thing that we've done all season, which is coming and playing our game. No matter who we play, even the teams that we've seen and played before, there's a lot of time between games, enough time to review film, make some changes and make some adjustments. So even though we've played these teams before, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're meeting the same team. Tonight, we've never seen this team play. We've never heard any things about them, which is kind of how we were last year. People kind of slid under the radar. So we're definitely keeping our eyes on the Cats and not taking this game lightly at all.
Kedra, something that we like to do with XZero Sports is give the spotlight. Absolutely, so much hard work goes into your craft on the field. Tell us a little bit about what you do off the field.
Off the field, I am actually a licensed attorney. A lot of people don't know that about me because I play football, and it's not really, I guess they think that, attorneys golf and country club or whatnot, but I am out here playing football. So that's kind of what I do in my free time. Family, of course, weightlifting, just anything physical. Obviously, if I'm playing football, I'm all about sports. My next adventure after football season is over is going to be CrossFit.
Absolutely. Always working hard. That's Kedra Brewer. Congratulations to you. Good luck tonight. Is there anyone you'd like to say hello to who may be watching the broadcast tonight?
Yeah, I want to say hey to my mom, dad, all the people that supported me and told me that I shouldn't play, even though I broke both of my ankles last year and I'm playing with a broke finger now. No, I'm kidding. But hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, family. I love y'all. Thanks for the support. And yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Good luck tonight. Go Wildcats.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Kedra Brewer, one of our featured Wildcat players for tonight's American Conference Championship, and you can hear it in both interviews. This core group, they love to cut up with each other. They're a family in the sense of Ursula Johns. She's not even a true Arkansan. She makes the trip to come be with this group of women because they mean so much to her. And Kedra said it best, a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't play this, and that's been the story for so many of these women. And I promise you, it's the same story that you see not only for the Wildcats, but the members of the Thundercats, the Outlaws, the Zydeco, the Music City Misfits, all these teams. Being able to prove the naysayers wrong when they said that you could not do this, here they are. As we look at the season as a whole, the Arkansas Wildcats are extremely grateful for the hospitality, the support that the Hot Springs World Class High School faculty has given them in the facilities, the city of Hot Springs. Even Mayor Pat McCabe came out, did the coin toss, and he did more than just make an appearance. He stayed through the first half. He was down on the sideline on one knee studying the plays, and I'm telling you, this is the most fun he was going to have tonight here on this Saturday evening. And it's wonderful to see this kind of support come in for a team to give them a chance. And I know the Arkansas Wildcats are very thankful for the hospitality. Here's head coach Ernest Dukes III of the Arkansas Wildcats on what this partnership with Hot Springs has meant and on tonight's American Conference Championship game. Down here on the field with the head coach of the Arkansas Wildcats, we're here with Ernest Dukes III. Coach, you're here once again, one game away from that national title game, and you bring an undefeated record in here in the WFA Division III playoffs. The Rocky Mountain Thundercats come to town. What are you looking at for tonight, and how to keep your team strong and confident with the eye on the prize with that national title game coming up in 2 weeks?
Well, like I said, as I've been saying before, we always have to execute and stay focused. If they do that, they're unstoppable. If they do what I do, double team, go second level, Kiara runs the ball like I tell her to do, Rocky hit the hole like she's supposed to, we're unstoppable. As long as they're doing what they're doing, I don't think nobody ever is going to beat us.
Looking at the offensive game plan tonight, anything different than what we've seen so far in the playoffs? We've got a unit that scored 124, hasn't allowed a single score. How do you keep that record going tonight?
Well, just execution once again. My team is, we led by Kiara, but we have an excellent group of women that's just been doing what they've been doing. They've been executing like they execute. And the one thing I love about them, once they get on this gridiron, it's a whole different mind frame. And they focus, they execute, and I'm loving everything I'm seeing so far. One more game and we see either Orlando or Richmond Black Widow. So that's our prize today. That's our goal and that's our focus.
Coach, throughout the playoffs, you've been able to play at a beautiful facility here at Hot Springs World Class High School. My understanding this week is that this game was in jeopardy at one point.
Yes.
And Hot Springs and the city of Hot Springs really pulled through to support a team composed of players that doesn't even live here.
Yes.
And what has that been like to have that backing from this school district and from this city to help you when you needed it the most?
Man, Hot Springs, I want to give a big shout out to Hot Springs because they really helped us out when before we even had the season, we didn't have a field in Arkansas and Little Rock, and then they stepped up. We called them. They stepped up. We have a player here that's an alumni here, and she called them, and the school district was like, yeah, cool, yeah, brand new facility, brand new field, and I'm just so grateful and so blessed that Hot Springs actually had this. I'm glad that whatever reason it was postponed on this track, and we got the field back because we was in jeopardy of forfeiting just because we didn't have a field.
Coach, win or lose, it'll be the last broadcast that we have for your team this season, and good luck to you. And if you advance to the championship game, you'll be featured on ESPN3, which is just great recognition, not only for your team, your program, but for the Women's Football Alliance in general, putting the spotlight on women, doing something that they were told many years just wasn't possible. What has this ride meant for you as a coach, as part of being a mentor to these women?
Well, a lot of them say they look at me as a father figure, and that's great, and I'm not going to be judged by how many wins I got, but the difference in the attitudes that I changed or something that I changed in somebody's life, and that's what I want to always let people know. Football is just a platform for that, but whatever teaching I taught them and whatever, closer to God and everything that they had in their life and however better they got, I'm just happy that I can have been a part of that.
Coach, good luck to you tonight. Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.
And we return to action here from Hot Springs World Class High School in Hot Springs. It'll be the start of the third quarter between the Wildcats and the Thundercats. Arkansas leading by 18, 38-20, and due to large part from a strong running effort from Miss Kiera Vinson. 12 carries, 227 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Also for the Wildcats, a big touchdown reception for Lindsay Edwards, 37 yards, and the score. And speaking of Lindsay Edwards, a shout-out coming across on the live stream from Brenda Watson from Ozark, giving a shout-out to her granddaughter, Lindsay Edwards, and she got to see that big touchdown play and the big defensive play. And here's the kick. Controlled by the Wildcats, Ursula Johns, your featured Wildcat player of tonight's game, and a big return into Thundercat territory at the 28-yard line. Ursula Johns feeling pumped up after a strong first half, and the Wildcats in the driver's seat here. Unfamiliar territory with a feisty Thundercats team. Coming into tonight's action, the Wildcats had not allowed a single point this postseason. Tonight they've given up 20. A Thundercats team that has found success on the long ball. Just underway in the third quarter. Here come the Wildcats on 1st and 10. Football at the 29. And under center will be Latoya Bankhead Sims. She's going to move Ursula Johns in closer on the left-hand side. 2 in the backfield, 2 wide. Here's a snap. That's a handoff right up the middle. That's Raquel Williams. Williams stays on her feet, brought down by the shoestrings inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. And my apologies, that is Alana Alexander in at quarterback for the Wildcats. Gain of 13 for Williams. That's her longest run of the night. Inside the red zone is Arkansas down at the 16, 1st and 10. Alexander under center. Here's the snap. Handoff. And she runs into Kiera Vincent. It actually turns into a block. This could be good for the Wildcats. Vincent at the 10. Vincent at the 5. She's brought down and late flags come out. She was dragged down from what appears to be her shoulders. And we'll see if she's okay. Late flags come out. Indicate to me it's a problem with the tackle. It's a defensive face mask. And that's going to bring it half the distance to the goal. 11-yard carry for Vincent before the penalty. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Alexander under center I formation. Here's the snap. Handoff. No. Little dump pass over to Vincent. Vincent now carries it on through. She's in for the score. That's 5 for Kiera Vincent tonight. 3-yard scamper for Vincent, and the Wildcats extend their lead. It's 44-20. As the 2-point conversion comes up for the Wildcats. Kiera Vincent's going to step out on the play. She'll be replaced by Latrice Walton on the 2-point conversion. Vincent getting worked out down on the field. Something we typically don't see. Chris Dyer is attending to her. And we hope she's okay. We hope to see her back in action soon. 2-point conversion attempt for the Wildcats. Handoff, Raquel Williams denied. Brought down at the 5. The 2-point conversion is no good. 13:31 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 44-20. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School in Hot Springs. Coming off the 2-point conversion attempt, there were 2 players down, 1 from either team. The Wildcats player, I believe that is Kim Collier, number 32. She's walking off the field on her own accord, but the Thundercats player still down at this time. While we have a moment, we'd like to say a special thank you to tonight's sponsors. Tonight's broadcast is presented in part by Arkansas Logo Logic, the official apparel provider of XZero Sports. Call Rob or Jason today to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your business. 501-767 2197. Tonight's Wildcats broadcast is also presented in part by Dr. Corey Brown of Merit Health in Brandon, Mississippi, Dr. Julian McMurray of Little Rock, Arkansas, K. Robinson Media Incorporated, Charles Ricks Photography, Highly Empowered Credit Restoration, Mr. William Lewis of Atlanta, Georgia, and Mr. Reggie Swinton of Little Rock, Arkansas. We'll take another break here. The Wildcats lead by 24 after the two-point conversion was denied. And 13:31 remaining, it's 44-20. Injury timeout, we're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero Heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Back in Hot Springs, I'm Mark Oliver. The injured player for the Rocky Mountain Thundercats, number 91, Sharice Fox. She is helped off the field with the help of the athletic training staff. She'll be attended to on the sideline as we get ready for the kickoff here. Following the touchdown from Kiera Vinson, her 5th tonight. Here's the kickoff, fielded by the Thundercats from the 39, and here they come on the run. Across midfield quickly are the Thundercats, stretching out to the 45-yard line. Great return for Rocky Mountain as they look to cut into a 24-point deficit here in the third quarter. 13:23 to play. Night has fallen here in central Arkansas as we get set in for the long haul here. The biggest lead of the night for the Arkansas Wildcats, but we've seen the Thundercats and what they're capable of. They're not done yet. Still a lot of fans tuning in on the live stream tonight. Thank you so much for your continued support. Edwin Lewis says this game's not over by a long shot. Loves his daughter Alicia Lewis of the Thundercats. And we thank you for your support. Here's the snap, handoff, and there'll be a loss on the play. The running back brought down. That's number 32, Smash Watson. Watson couldn't get it done. And that play there was the first defensive play of the night for number 50, Erica Williams. Erica Williams unable to play the first half of tonight's contest. Her introduction was for a loss of 5 yards. Williams back in to bolster that offensive line. And you could tell based on that play there that her presence was missed. 2nd down and 15. Ball at midfield, 12:40 to play. Back to the drawing board here for the Thundercats. Shotgun formation for Alicia Brokaw. Here's the snap. Dropping back, Alicia fires over the middle, incomplete. Pass intended, number 7, Latricia Watson. Quickly, it's 3rd and 15 for the Thundercats. 12:25 to play, ball's at midfield. Coach Kimbrough and Coach Pruitt sending the signals from the Rocky Mountain sideline. And here come the Thundercats.
Wildcat fans, get up on your feet and make some noise for your Wildcat.
It's 3rd and 15. Brokaw in the shotgun, 2 wide, 1 back. She'll drop back, fires downfield, it's caught. Are you kidding me? Wolcott reels it in, and she's tackled deep inside the red zone, and once again, a big stop made. That time it's Tiara Clark who comes in and makes a touchdown-saving tackle. So once again, Brokaw delivers, and the Wildcats just barely there to make it, just to stop the bleeding in the passing game. So new signs of life there. A 3rd and 15 converted all the way down to the 18-yard line. The Thundercats need to answer here. 12 minutes to play in the 3rd. Brokaw in the gun, 2 wide. From the 18, it's 1st down. Brokaw the snap, handoff. Left-hand side, smash Watson. Watson goes down. And she may lose one. We've got a late flag coming in from the back judge. And we'll see what goes on here. This is going to be a face mask penalty. It's going to be called against the Wildcats. Horse collar tackle, the official call. That'll move the Thundercats into great field position here. They'll be at the 9, and they need half a yard for the 1st down. 1st and inches. Big opportunity for Alicia Brokaw and the Thundercats here. In short yardage situations, we've seen her just power it right up the middle. Wouldn't be surprised to see something similar here. 11-18 and counting in the 3rd. Brokaw elects to drop back, fires for the end zone, it's picked off! The Wildcats coming the other way, down the field, ran out of bounds. Ursula Johns picks it off and runs it over. A Wildcats player is down. Or excuse me, that may be a Thundercats player down on the far sideline. Ursula Johns picked that one out of the sky. A huge defensive stop. Impressive play from Johns. We have an injury timeout, I believe. No, I think they'll keep it in action since it's off field. But another injured player for the Thundercats here tonight. Even after 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time, it's still very warm out there. We've seen players dealing with cramps and general fatigue. And a big hit there as the Wildcats take over from the 11. Up by 24, the Wildcats are looking to answer again. Handoff, Vincent. Vincent from the 11. She's tripped up out to the 19. And there's a late flag coming in. We'll look for the call here. Penalty is against the Thundercats. Be an 8-yard carry for Kiera Vincent. 249 total yards for Vincent tonight. 15 carries, 249, 5 scores. The Wildcats not done with their number 2 yet. We did see her come out on that last drive. Looked like she was working out a cramp. She's speedy. If anything could slow her down, it might be injury, but she's back out there. 44-20, I formation, 1st and 10. From the 27, the Wildcats pitch it out. On the far side, that's Vincent looking for running room, and she collapses down at the 30. That's a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats. And they'll take the short yardage from Vincent. At this time, their main opponent's the clock. If this score holds true, the Wildcats will complete the undefeated season, heading back into their second consecutive Division III title appearance. 2nd and 7. Latoya Bankhead Sims drops back, throws downfield, wide open. Alana Alexander can't reel it in. She skated past a couple of defenders. She looked like she was clear for takeoff, but a misconnection there. Bankhead does have a 37-yard touchdown throw this game to Lindsay Edwards. But the hookups with her fellow receiver and backup quarterback Alana Alexander, unable to connect tonight. 9:44 to play in the third. It's 3rd and 7. Wildcat football leading by 24. Bankhead Sims under center. The snap. Handoff. Kiera Vincent running behind Williams looking for a block. There's a late flag, and Vincent goes down at the 38. And it looks like this one's going to be coming back. This one called holding. And the Wildcats back up further. It's been a slow go for the Wildcats this drive. They started at the 11 after that interception. Picked off at just about the end zone. Took away the wind out of the sails of the Thundercats. But despite the turnover, the Thundercats defense is held strong. It's 3rd and 17. 9:30 to play. The Wildcats at the 20. Looking to make some noise here. High formation for Latoya Bankhead Sims under center. Here's the snap. Handoff. Vincent. They're going to go to the workhorse here to try to pick up the first down. Vincent off the back of Williams. She'll go out of bounds around the 27-yard line. She'll be close to the original line of scrimmage, bringing up about 4th and 10. And we may see the punt unit for the first time tonight for Arkansas. Lindsay Edwards goes back. I believe we'll see it. Not wanting to take any chances with a 3-score lead. The Rocky Mountain defense ends up holding strong there after the interception. And it's a team that has no quit in it. Here comes the punt. Lindsay Edwards' kick is away, and it's picked up by the Thundercats around the 45, crossing midfield. Here comes number 18, Jennifer Wolcott. Wolcott stays on her feet at the 30. She's still on the run. One woman to beat. She passes past Raquel Williams, and Williams is able to take her down. Not before an excellent punt return by Wolcott. She's slow to get up. Down around the 13-yard line. I think Wolcott really just needed an opportunity to catch her breath. Raquel Williams makes a touchdown-saving tackle. And the Thundercats have answered back in a big way. We've talked about the series of events over the past few minutes. The interception deep inside Wildcat territory, the defensive hold, and now the return on the punt. The Thundercats, it's almost like they haven't lost any ground when all is said and done. They still need a score here to claw back into it. Football spotted at the 13. It'll be 1st and 10 for Alicia Brokaw out of the gun. 2 wide left, 1 right. Smash Watson, her back beside her. The snap. Brokaw going to take it herself, looking for the block. Got the block from Smash. Dives in. Forward progress will stop her at the 12. Gain of 1 on the quarterback keeper by Alicia Brokaw. Red Stars 1011 says go Thundercats from the McKinneys in Colorado. And still a very large populace of people tuning into tonight's broadcast. Thank you so much for the support of both the Wildcats and the Thundercats here in the Women's Football Alliance. I know there's also some Richmond Black Widows fans, some Orlando Anarchy fans. They want to know who their team may be playing against in the title game. Here's the snap on second down. Brokaw fires for the end zone, and it's dropped. A heartbreaker. A for sure touchdown. Jennifer Wolcott couldn't reel it in. Tiara Clark was there on the breakup, and it brings up 3rd and 9. Brokaw has had success in the passing game at just about any angle of the field. Says a lot about her ability as the leader of this Thundercats squad. 3rd down and 9 coming up from the 13. Here's the snap. Brokaw, she's going to try the other side here. Fires, it's incomplete. Tiara Clark there to break it up. It brings up 4th down. Coming in, Raquel Williams. And LaToya Bankhead-Sims is going to take a breather. Going to get her mind right for the next Wildcats offensive possession. 7:07 to play here in the third. It's 44-20. Big 4th down here.
Defense.
Football at the 12-yard line. Brokaw in the gun. Do or die time, and there's the flag. They drew him off sides, and that's big if you're watching for the Thundercats tonight. Encroachment on the defense, and that makes a much more manageable 4th down. That moves the football to the 7. 4th and 3 now for Alicia Brokaw and the Thundercats. The Wildcats came up big last time the Thundercats made it this far. Ursula Johns with the interception. The Wildcats will be hungry for this next play. 7:07 to play. Brokaw in the gun. Here's the snap on 4th down. Brokaw fires, end zone, no! Overthrown. It's a turnover on downs. Breathe a sigh of relief, Arkansas. You've got the football back. 2 very deep drives by the Thundercats come up empty. And Arkansas takes over from the 7. Back and forth we go in this one. LaToya Bankhead-Sims back out in action to lead the Wildcats here. And if you're Coach Ernest Dukes III, you have to feel confident about what this defense has done in the face of adversity here. 1st and 10 from the 7. Bankhead-Sims under center, 2 in the backfield, I formation. Looking for a strong run here. And there's the flag. They drew off the Thundercats. So in the shadow of their own end zone, they create some breathing room from a 5-yard encroachment penalty. And that'll move things out to the 12. $7:02 to play. Same formation coming in from the Wildcats. Raquel Williams and Kiera Vinson in the backfield. Handoff, Vinson. Vinson breaks one tackle quickly. There she goes. From the 12-yard line, Vinson all the way across the field. There she goes. Daylight. It's going to be her longest run of the night. Kiera Vinson is headed all the way for her 6th score tonight. Touchdown, Wildcats. Kiera Vinson would not be stopped. 88 yards on the score. And the Wildcats put another one on the board tonight. It's 50-20. And I don't know if that young woman ever gets tired. A 30-point lead for the Wildcats. A statement play there. We've got a player down for the Wildcats on the near sideline here. And it's hot out there. Seeing a lot of cramping coming in from each team. And that's the second time tonight we've seen that happen to Kiera Vincent. I mean, you see the run there. And she'll be tended to on the side while we prepare for the two-point conversion. Bankhead Sims to snap. That's Raquel Williams. Williams denied for the second time in a row. The two-point conversion falls short. It's a 30-point ball game. The Wildcats in command, 50-20. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming.
Back here at Hot Springs World-Class High School, Kiera Vincent has done it again. 6 rushing touchdowns for the running sensation. And here's the kickoff from the Wildcats over to the Thundercats. Picked up on the roll at the 28-yard line. Here comes Rocky Mountain. Past the 30 and running out of bounds at the 34-yard line. You can see it just barely at the bottom of your screen. Coach Ernest Dukes III and Coach Chris Dyer, they're tending to their star running back, Kiera Vincent. Tonight, Kiera Vincent has had a night to remember once again. 17 carries, 340 yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. And now she's being tended to under those blue canopies, being worked out to what appears to be a cramp. But for the Wildcats running sensation, her health is the utmost importance to their team as they eye a possible return trip to that championship game in 2 weeks. The lead is 30 for the Wildcats. The Thundercats aren't done yet. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Alicia Brokaw and the ladies in black and blue. They're out ready to go. 1st and 10, football at the 35. Brokaw takes the snap on 1st down. Throws midfield, nearly picked off. Double coverage, looks like they were trying to feed it out. I believe that was Smash Watson who they were trying to get to on the carry, on the reception rather. Tiara Clark was in on it. Ursula Johns was in on it. 6:38 to play in this 3rd quarter. Just off screen on the near sideline, Kiera Vincent is on her feet. She's walking it out, getting some water, getting hydrated. And that's good to see if you're a Wildcats fan tuning into tonight's broadcast. She's got a cramp. She's working it out. And the Wildcats may keep her out. We'll see what happens. Here come the Thundercats. And there's the handoff and a big hit coming in. Big defensive stop coming in from the Wildcats there for a tackle for loss. On the stop there, I believe that's number 30, or that's number 15. That's Kedra Brewer. One of your featured Wildcats players of tonight's game. Big stop there. And that brings up 3rd down and 16. The Thundercats are no stranger to long 3rd downs in this one. They've done fairly well. Trailing by 30, look for Brokaw to thread the needle here. Brokaw in the gun all alone, 3 wide. Ball at the 29. Here's the snap. Brokaw has time. Long bomb downfield, and it's intercepted. They're scrumming for it down on the field. I believe the Wildcats have it. They're going to signal for it here. That's Wildcats football. It's intercepted, falling down on the play, picked up at the 49-yard line. And who is that there that picked it up? 32, that's Kim Collier bringing in the interception. A big play there. Showstopper, number 32, Kim Collier. We've called her name many times tonight. That was a big defensive stop there. The Wildcats take over in Thundercat territory. And with Kiera Vincent still on the sidelines, it'll now become the Raquel Williams show. And Wildcats fans are not worried one bit when it comes to the abilities of number 11. She'll stand as the anchor of this I formation on 1st and 10. 5:33 to play in the 3rd. Handoff Williams. From the 49, here she comes, looking for the left end, and she collides with one of her own players down at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup by Williams. Be a 7-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 3. 4:55 and counting here in the 3rd. The Wildcats with the football and the lead, 50-20. On 2nd and 3, Bankhead Sims under center. 2 wide to the right. And I don't think the Thundercats liked what they saw offensively. They moved 2 wide to the right. It's different than what they've seen most of the night. They call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We're back in 60 seconds. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
As a small business owner, I know that image is everything. That's why I trust the guys at Arkansas Logo Logic. Rob, Jason, and the gang have everything you need to grow your company's image. With their state-of-the-art screen printing and embroidery, they have the tools to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your business. They're the official apparel provider of XZero Sports, and their quality and their reputation is second to none. Get your image out there today. Call Arkansas Logo Logic 501-767-2197 or stop by at 104A Trooper Drive in Hot Springs. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. 50-20, the Wildcats with the lead. And now looking at 2nd down and 3. Football at the 42-yard line, moving right to left in Thundercat territory. Latoya Bankhead Sims under center. She'll take the snap. Handoff, they lose it, and falling on top of it are the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. They come up with a fumble recovery, picked up by number 11, Alicia Lewis. So Lewis comes up big on a defensive play, and the Thundercats get the football back. Latoya Bankhead Sims gets a hug from Coach Ernest Dukes III. There have been some miscues tonight by the Wildcats. The score doesn't show it. has not been their cleanest game. Multiple turnovers. Luckily for them, they have a secret weapon named Kiera Vincent. Vincent still out of action. Her return is questionable. Oh no, I guess I'm mistaken. She is out on the field. Okay, so she's back in action. There's no quitting number 2. Thundercats football at the 42. Brokaw, the low snap. Here she goes. Handoff, smash Watson. Watson wrapped up, pulling the pile, and then there comes Erica Williams with the finisher. Erica Williams comes in and knocks her down. It's a pickup of 3 for Smash Watson. Good run to chew up some yardage there. A Thundercat player slow to get up. That's Miss Watson herself. She's back up on her feet. Second and 8. Or 2nd and 7, excuse me. Football at the 45. 3:12 and counting to play in the third quarter. Here from Hot Springs. Brokaw in the gun on 2nd and 7. The snap. Brokaw's going to take it herself. Quarterback keeper stays on her feet past Tiara Clark. She falls down at midfield. A great gain there. She'll pick up 5 more. And it brings up 3rd and 2. Time and time again, Alicia Brokaw has had to put the team on her back. She's done so very well tonight. Great effort tonight from the starting quarterback, number 23, Alicia Brokaw. And should this score hold and the result hold, the Thundercats can hang their hats up this season on a very confident, positive note. Many milestones achieved this season with this core group that's only going to be better next year. But they're not ready to say goodbye yet. Brokaw takes the snap right up the middle. She'll pick up the first down herself. Bowls over the Wildcat defenders inside the 45 to the 44. That'll move the chains. And Kiera Vincent came out of the dog pile with the football. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to keep running. We've got a Wildcat player down. So we look to assess the situation here. The injured Wildcat player, that's number 73, Kayla Smith. She's back up on her feet. And we'll reset here. So the Arkansas Wildcats had it. Pulled the fumble. My best guess is that Kiera Vincent was down, but it's Wildcats football. And the 1-2 punch of Raquel Williams and Kiera Vincent are back out there ready for more. It's 1st and 10. Under a minute to play in the third. Latoya Bankhead Sims under center. The snap, the handoff, Vincent. No, she'll drop back, hang on to it. Now Bankhead Sims looks to keep it herself, dodges a tackle, and makes something positive out of it. What an impressive run by Latoya Bankhead Sims. She's going to pick up, I believe, 4 on the quarterback keeper there. And I believe that'll be the end of the third quarter of action here. 25 seconds left and counting. And I have to imagine that Coach Ernest Dukes III is going to let it roll. That'll be the end of the third quarter here from Hot Springs World Class High School. And at the end of 3, the Wildcats lead 50-20. We'll be back after this. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZeroSports.com.
Started the fourth quarter here from Hot Springs World Class High School. I'm Mark Oliver. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast live on YouTube and on XZero Sports, the next generation of Arkansas sports. The shout-outs continue on the live stream this evening, and probably my favorite ones of the night. The 2 Oliver boys, Little Benjamin, Little River, tuning in a little bit past their bedtime this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting your dad on the broadcast tonight. Love you guys very much. As we start the fourth quarter of action here, here's the snap to Kiera Vincent. She's going to tear a helmet off as she goes down hard. She'll lose 2. A rare loss of yardage for Vincent. The helmet comes off. The Thundercats don't have very many players who are physically fit to play. There have been a lot of injuries this evening. Looks like they are going to be able to replace her easily. That's number 17. They call her Soupy. Maggie Campbell comes in for the play. It's 3rd down and 7. Football at the 46. Wildcats move left to right. Latoya Bankhead Sims under center. She'll take the snap. There's the handoff. Vincent up the middle. There she goes. Skates past the defender. Outside wing. There she goes. She's chasing number 7. She's going to get it. Kiera Vincent all the way home for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Following up on an 8-touchdown performance 2 weeks ago, Vincent has 7 in an impressive way. Kiera Vincent doing what she does best. We'll call it a 57-yard touchdown run. That puts Kiera Vincent over the 400-yard mark on the ground tonight as the Wildcats lead 56-20. 2-point conversion attempt, handoff, brought down at the line, denied. And here in the fourth quarter, 13:09 remaining, it's 56-20. We're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZero Sports.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at xzerosports.com.
Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. 57-yard run for Kiera Vinson. She has 7 on the ground tonight. It's a 56-20 ball game. The clock rolling here in the 4th quarter. Lindsay Edwards with the kickoff for the Wildcats. It scoots out of bounds and nearly picked up on the run by the Wildcats there. Goes out of bounds at the 44, flags fly, and we'll see what the Thundercats want to do here. They may just take it from the 44. While the Thundercats get set up for their next offensive possession, we'd like to remind you tonight's broadcast is presented in part by Arkansas Logo Logic, the official apparel provider of XZero Sports. Call Rob or Jason today to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your business. 501-767-2197 or stop by over at 104A Trooper Drive in Hot Springs. Back in action here. They'll mark the kickoff up to the 49-yard line. That's where the Thundercats are going to take over in this one. 10:30 remaining in this contest, and even though the score is lopsided, the Thundercats are going to give it everything they have over the next 10.5 minutes. Alicia Brokaw in the gun from the 49, 1st and 10. Handoff, smash Watson, and she smashes her way into Wildcat territory. She stood up at the 43. A good pickup there, 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2. And the Thundercats looking for another answer here. Team absolutely has nothing to be ashamed of should they fall this evening. Great season. First 2 playoff wins in team history. And they've done tonight what many teams this season have failed to do in scoring this many against the Wildcats and really making them play on their toes in many aspects of this football game. On 2nd and 2, Brokaw fires downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 31. Here come the Wildcats down coming the other way, and it's going to be a long run for Ursula Johns. She's going to get it. Pick 6 coming in for number 7. Ursula Johns all the way home for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Ursula Johns, her 2nd interception of the game. This time she takes it all the way. It's 62-20 after the pick 6. Couple of Thundercats players were slow to get up. It looks like they're going to be okay. I believe the player was Smash Watson. And she's walking off the field on her own accord, but slowly. The Wildcats will line up for the 2-point conversion. And they'll look to make it a 44-point contest. Clock continuously rolling. Late in this one, given the deficit. And we'll see what Coach Ernest Dukes III draws up here for his Arkansas Wildcats. Few personnel changes here. Latoya Bankhead Sims will stand under center. Looks like I formation. Alana Alexander wide left. Tiara Clark wide right. Williams and Vincent in the backfield. 2-point conversion coming down. Raquel Williams, her time to shine. She skates on in. 2-point conversion is good. The lead is 44. We'll take a break after this. 7:19 and counting. Here at Hot Springs World Class High School, the Wildcats can nearly taste it. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZeroSports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver, 64-20. The Wildcats lead after the pick 6 by Ursula Johns. It's her second in consecutive playoff games. On the run is Latricia Watson for the Rocky Mountain Thundercats. She'll get out to the 44-yard line, and that's where Alicia Brokaw and the women in blue and black open up shop here late in the fourth quarter. Clock rolling continuously given the score. And the Arkansas Wildcats are just 5 minutes and 30 seconds away from returning to the WFA Division III national title game. As we work to conclude tonight's broadcast, we'll also try to take a look and see if we can bring you any information. The last scoring update we have across the country, the Richmond Black Widows lead the Orlando Anarchy 8-6 in the third. Could it be a rematch between the Wildcats and Anarchy, or are the Richmond Black Widows going to represent the national conference? Brokaw delivers downfield, long throw, incomplete, pass intended, number 13 was Shauna Brooks. 4:35 to play here in the fourth. It brings up 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. Alicia Brokaw drawing up the next play in the huddle for the Thundercats. And on 2nd down and 10, she'll work out of the gun. Brokaw, the snap, handoff, Watson. Smash Watson makes her way on the left-hand side. Room to run there, crossing the 50. At the 45, brought down. And excuse me, that is, I believe that is number 12. That. Sorry, as we try to read the number here, I believe that was number 15, Andrea Smith on the carry, if I read that jersey correctly. Still many fans tuned in across the broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for your support of each of these teams. Great seasons have gotten them to the point of playing for a chance for the national title game. And we appreciate your support of women's football across this great country. Brokaw takes the snap herself, quarterback keeper. She's got some room to run with it inside the 40, down to around the 36-yard line. That'll move things around. Great run by Brokaw. She's had many tonight. Clock is rolling. 2:45 left in this one. The Arkansas Wildcats will soon set their sights on Atlanta, Georgia. Great season indeed for the Thundercats. Many milestones achieved this year. And as we said before, this is a team to watch out for next season. They're building a lot of confidence, not only with the playoff wins, but the performance they've given the Wildcats tonight. Brokaw, the snap, pitched out and dropped down. It's picked up by the Wildcats, a fumble recovery, and on it is Kiera Vincent of the Wildcats, who recovers it at the 42. The Wildcats grow closer, as I believe they can control the end of the game. With the football, they have the ability to run out the clock here, I believe, from the 42. 90 seconds left. What a game it's been. It started with a 7-0 lead by the Thundercats on a long bomb touchdown, and they played cat and mouse for a while. Arkansas got on the board. They had 22 straight. It was 22-7. Then the teams traded scores back and forth. Arkansas finally putting the foot on the gas to put it away. And as we approach the final 60 seconds of the American Conference Championship, the Wildcats need to run 2 plays max. We've got a timeout down on the field. The Thundercats want a moment. We're going to take a break, and we're back after this. It's Arkansas Wildcats football on XZero Sports.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report. Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, I'm Mark Oliver. 57 seconds separate Arkansas from a return trip to the national championship game. Coming out of the timeout there, you can see Coach Pruitt, Coach Kimbrough, the Rocky Mountain Thundercats, congratulating their women on a successful season. A long trip to Arkansas. They knew they were the underdogs coming in against a Goliath-style team. And they played their hearts out. They gave the Wildcats a run for their money. And they have nothing to be ashamed of tonight. The Wildcats down to taking knees. This one will end with the Wildcats victorious. As we await out the final 30 seconds of the American Conference Championship game. There's the knee. That'll do it from the American Conference Championship here in Hot Springs. The Arkansas Wildcats victorious 64-20. They're going back to defend their Division III championship. They'll play the winner of either the Richmond Black Widows or the Orlando Anarchy. An impressive performance tonight by Arkansas. We'll take a break to wrap things up from Hot Springs. This is Arkansas Wildcats football on XZero Sports.com.
Arkansas Logo Logic puts your logo to work. It helps your business, small or large, look more professional and credible. And what better way to do that than to have your logo printed on polos, t-shirts, even yard signs, and vehicle decals. Whether it be business, parties, sports leagues, Arkansas Logo Logic will take care of you with a customized package that works for you. Call Jason or Rob at 501-767-2197.
Garland County, a place that nearly 100,000 people call home. It's home to the nation's first national park, a plethora of sports history, and even more waiting to be written. I'm Mark Oliver with XZero Sports. Each week, we'll take you on a journey through the county's 7 public schools, 2 colleges, and numerous sports organizations, and highlight their biggest stories and brightest stars for the world to enjoy. This is the Garland County Sports Report.
Each day in Arkansas, many athletes and coaches are overcoming the odds and accomplishing great things in their communities. Whether it's a prestigious award, excellent community service, or overcoming a personal challenge. XZero Sports wants to recognize the brightest stars in Arkansas by sharing their stories online for the world to enjoy. We call these people XZero heroes, and we believe their stories should be shared with the world. Nominate your XZero hero today by visiting us at XZerosports.com.
Back here at Hot Springs World Class High School, your final score tonight, the Arkansas Wildcats, winners of the American Conference Championship game, 64-20. And the Wildcats, for the second consecutive year, will move on to the national championship game. As of this moment, checking in with the scoring, we have not seen a new score update yet between the Black Widows and the Anarchy. Last we heard, the Widows were up 8-6 in the third quarter. Tonight, the Arkansas Wildcats relied heavily on its running game once again, and once again it came up big. Kiera Vinson came up 20 carries tonight, 395 yards, and 7 rushing touchdowns. Lindsey Edwards added a receiving score for 37 yards, a ESPN highlight reel-worthy catch, and Ursula Johns a pick 6 for the Arkansas Wildcats. Once again, a complete effort will send the Wildcats back to the national championship game, which will be aired Friday, July 27th in Atlanta, Georgia. We will not be on the broadcast. ESPN3 has picked up the broadcast, and because of that, we would like to say a special thank you to all of our sponsors this season as XZero Sports has followed the Arkansas Wildcats. Tonight's broadcast was presented in part by Arkansas Logo Logic, the official apparel provider of XZero Sports. Call Rob or Jason today to turn your clothing into a walking billboard for your business. 501-767-2197. The Wildcats would also like to thank Dr. Corey Brown of Merit Health in Brandon, Mississippi, Dr. Julian McMurray of Little Rock, Arkansas, K. Robinson Media Incorporated, Charles Ricks Photography, Highly Empowered Credit Restoration, Mr. William Lewis of Atlanta, Georgia, and Reggie Swinton of Little Rock, Arkansas. The Wildcats would also like to thank Hot Springs World Class High School for their hospitality all season long, allowing this group of women a place to play. Even as reigning national champions, you'd be surprised at the adversity that this team faces trying to find a football home to continue doing what they love. Hot Springs High School and the city of Hot Springs stepped up in a big way this season to help give this team a platform and a venue to chase their dreams, and tonight they have punched their ticket once again to the national championship. And it couldn't have been done without the help of the great city of Hot Springs, the Spa City, stepping up big. Special thank you to Mayor of Hot Springs, Pat McCabe, for all his help with the coin toss and his support of the Women's Football Alliance and the Arkansas Wildcats this season. Once again, your final score, Arkansas victorious 64-20. And this will be the final broadcast from XZero Sports this season of the Arkansas Wildcats. And from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to say thank you for all of your support, whether you're tuning in for the Thundercats or any other team that we broadcasted this season, or if you're a Wildcats fan, we appreciate the love and support, all the positive feedback, all the constructive criticism, and we are very excited to return next season as your voice of Arkansas Wildcats football. My name is Mark Oliver. A special thank you to my lovely wife, the beautiful Mrs. Hannah Oliver. It's hard being the wife of a sports broadcaster, but she is so supportive and she loves me every step of the way. I couldn't do what I do without the support of my family. Thank you, Hannah. I love you so much. To my 3 wonderful children, Michael, Benjamin, and River Oliver, Daddy's coming home. We're celebrating another Arkansas Wildcats win, and we'll all be watching from home as the Wildcats chase the national championship on ESPN3 Friday, July 27th. That'll do it for this edition of Wildcats football on XZero Sports. Follow our journey online. XZero Sports, the next generation of Arkansas sports. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/XZero Sports, and follow our journey online at xzerosports.com. Together, we're creating a world where all athletes can be heard. I'm Mark Oliver. This one's for the Wildcats. Thanks for watching. Good night.